Tito back with another vid, man. It's raining out here today in the middle of August. But it's 80 something degrees outside. You know, that's why I got a coat and stuff on, you know, because of the rain. But it just make me wonder, and it brings more clarity to me that, you know, somebody is manifesting some type of hate or bad energy for it to be raining in the middle of August in Georgia and 80 something degree weather. You know, it doesn't do this all the time, and it doesn't do this every year. And you have to understand this is a spiritual battle, so people gonna hate and they're gonna wish bad, you know, energy and put that bad energy. If they can't physically affect you and they can't physically touch you, then they'll hope and pray, you know, bad energy throw it out there into the universe, which manifests as rain and shit, snow and weather disasters and shit like that. You know. So I understand that. You know. Anytime I'm trying to do something positive, you know, here comes some damn rain. You know, outside and here comes some damn rain, you know. And make my videos and, you know, here comes some damn rain. You know, it's been like this the whole month. Which just let me know that the people, you know, then you look on the weather app, you know, on my phone, I look at the weather app and I see other places ain't no rain in sight. But all of a sudden it's raining a week straight down here. But it's 80 something degrees. Come on, man. People's bad energy manifests in whatever way they could throw it out there in the universe. If they can't physically attack you, they can't psychologically attack you, they throw the bad energy out here in the universe and hope it rain on you and rain on your parade, as they say. These niggas hope it rains on my parade because these niggas have nothing going on. These people have no life. They're fucking automatons, demons, and they gonna get their karma. You know, as you see, the video is still getting made regardless of what bad energy they wish out here on me. So they can keep doing it. You know, they not gonna physically do nothing, and they psychological attacks never gonna work. So keep wishing it rains on my parade. I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna still make videos, regardless. So at the end of the day, you just gotta understand that this is a spiritual battle. You're battling with demons and entities who have no life or goal in sight. You know, their destiny, if you want to call it that, is already written, and it's not for the better. You know, so to stop and slow you down, chosen, they're gonna do whatever they can, even if it's throw bad energy out there into the atmosphere, that you ain't gonna be able to do what you do. But if you already decided and you already on a goal, ain't nothing gonna stop you. You know, like this is about self-control, you know, as well as self-awareness. You know, I've stopped smoking. I've changed my eating habits. You know, I've stopped watching certain programming and shit like that. Why? Because I'm changing how I move, how I think. I'm not spilling my seed. You know, these things have a good effect and benefits to your body and your mental space. You know, it's the opposite if you continue to do these things. You know, you continue to, you know, do drugs, drink, you know, watch, you know, mind-numbing programming. You know, you continue to do these negative habits and negative things, you're going to get negative effects in some shape, form, or fashion. They're going to have adverse effects on your physical or your mental, you know, or both. So once you get rid of them things, watch a lot of people fall off. You know, watch you stop smoking, drinking. Watch the niggas that you smoked or drink with stop fucking with you, or call you something. You know, or feel like you the one that's changed or did something wrong. And I have changed. I changed for the better. And if that's something that they can't do because they have no self-control, then you don't need them around you. You know, it's just like a person who do drugs that tries to influence you. You know, oh, I do it, so go ahead and do it. It ain't gonna do. You know, I've told people plenty of times I've stopped drinking. What they do, come up to me with a damn beer and a drink, you know, as a peace offering. I don't want no fucking beer. Your ass off that damn beer. I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm off of it. I told you I'm doing this for my health, you know, and motherfuckers don't understand. They can't process it. They can't compute because they ass can't do it. They can't make the change. They can't make the difference, you know, so the fact that you can, it fucks their head up. So now they wishing bad energy on you that you can't continue your process. But it's already written. Like I said, you're the one chosen, they as not. You know, and it's just that simple. You know, if they can't make the adjustments with their life, so be it. Especially an older person. You know, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I believe you can't. Because there's a lot of old ass dogs that I'm related to that ain't changed none of their ways, and they look like they gonna head right down into the path of the abyss because they can't change shit. They can't stop their repetitious bad habits. And I can. Cold turkey. I stopped smoking cold turkey. Something I love to do. Loved it. I was smoking three sometimes a day. One in the morning, one in the afternoon, one at night, sometimes me rolling up in between them times. You know, and this is something I love to do. I love to smoke. But for my own benefit, you know, I stopped the cold turkey. Because I know it's clouding my judgment. I'm not gonna reach the heights and the levels and the goals that I wanna reach if I continue to do this. And right now, when we head in a time where you need to have a clear head and a clear mind space, drugs ain't gonna do nothing but cloud your judgment and your thinking. Shit get real out here, and what you gonna be under the drugs? That's not where I wanna be at. I wanna be fully alert and aware of what's going on with me and around me so that I'm able to react accordingly. And somebody who's under the drugs or have brain fog from spilling a seed or whatever the case may be, they're not gonna be aware. You know, alcohol, they're gonna be inebriated to some extent, which is gonna cause a misjudgment with them, which is gonna be their downfall. Because they can't make that switch, they can't make that change, they can't make that adjustment. Because they're not supposed to. They're an automaton or a demon, if you wanna call it that. They're just a physical vessel, the soul or whatever is supposed to be there that moves the physical body is just trying to deter you and stop you. They're NPC, mindless, brainless. There's nothing there. So you have to understand this when you in a spiritual headspace. And these people could be anybody. They could be family, friends, a relationship. It could be anybody. Meant to slow you down from where you're trying to go. So you have to understand and know this, you know, and you could think it's just mumbo jumbo, that it's this spiritual talk, but it's real. You know, as a man, you know, having self-control is one of the biggest things you could have because it's going to make people afraid of you. It's going to start attracting certain things to you that other people can't attract for the better. And they're going to just be in shock that you're able to do this. They're going to whisper in the shadows and, oh, we can't, you know, he thinking this, he doing that. They're going to pillow talk. They're going to gossip. They're going to do whatever they can to throw you and thwart what you're doing, which is what's currently going on with me because I'm focused and I'm locked in. And ain't nobody gonna run up on me because I always keep a weapon. So physically, they not gonna even try it. Like I said, we heading into a time where you have to be in a headspace. You have to be alert. You have to be aware. Awareness is to be alive. And if you're not gonna thrive. You're not gonna make it, and you're not gonna survive because it's people out here down to get you. They're down to destroy you, and they down to make whatever you do. Not, you know, they out here to just knock you off your pivot, you know, plain and simple. So you have to be ready for that. And on standby at all times for whatever negative energy is thrown your way, which I'm ready and I'm prepared for. You know, whether it's a family member, a woman, a man, you know, a coworker, it could be anybody, like I said. It could be a parent or uncle. It could be anybody. Sister, brother, cousin. This is a spiritual battle we fighting right now, man. It's deeper than just what people see on the outside. For my fellas, control spilling your seed. You know, if you're in a relationship, go a few days, or not even a few days, go a week or two. Just lock in and don't do nothing. Don't go out here having no meaningless sex and shit like that. Just conserve your energy and watch your energy reserves go up as far as your physical body. You know, like I said, I haven't been doing any sexual thing in over a month and something now. And I just feel the energy pent up in me like shit Goku now. You know, I just got a lot of energy. I get up early. I go to bed shit early. Not that I'm tired or anything like that. It's just my body, my circadian rhythm is getting back on track, which is the natural rhythm of the body. So once you start doing certain things like that, you're gonna see your body change and your mental change as well. Because right along with doing all that, I stopped all these things around the same time I stopped smoking. And next thing you know, my mind and my mental headspace is clear as it ever been. And the people that wasn't, I'm seeing them fall off like flies to a goddamn it, a fly goddamn bug zapper. And like I say, if they can't get you in any other way, whether it's psychological, physical, they're gonna wish bad energy wherever. They're gonna try to place that energy wherever, which I'm seeing is manifesting now is rain. You know, they trying to rain on my parade, but like I say, ain't nothing gonna stop what I got going on. My goals and my destiny is bigger than theirs. So it's gonna manifest regardless. You know, I'm locked in, I'm trained, and ain't nothing gonna stop me. And understand this is a warfare. So having a clear headspace is the best thing you can have right now. You know, one thing from one of my favorite rappers, Lil Bibby, he said this in the interview one time back in the day. He was like, man, you know, I don't smoke, you know, because a lot of my homies was smoking and niggas will pull up on us and, you know, they'll get the ups on us and shit because they off the drugs and they ain't paying attention. They not aware, you know, so that's something that made a lot of sense to me back then, you know, and even now it's making even more sense, you know, why people like people to be on drugs. And then you see these people that's rapping. A lot of these rappers, they talk this shit in these songs and shit, and then when niggas pull up on them, they ain't got no pipe, niggas ain't ready, niggas ain't blow back, all this shit. Why? Because niggas under the drugs, they off of it. And that's what it's about. Catching you off your pivot, throwing you off your square, so that when niggas do get the ups on you, if they do, they got you because you already thrown off mentally. So of course you ain't ready for when it pop off. Me, I'm gonna be ready 110%. So come up on me and try me, if you like that. Like I say, we heading into a time where being off the drugs is not what you want to be, or the alcohol, or anything like that. You want to have a decent mindset for where we heading into. Drugs and alcohol is just gonna throw your mind into a headspace where you're gonna be completely off track when the shit hit the fan, and it's just that simple. Getting off the Zod was one of the biggest things I've done this year, and it feels good, you know. And I'm gonna continue to go and see how long I can go. I'm gonna try to stretch this as long as I can, as well as my other habits, because like I said, once I stop that, everything else changed. I have a clear mindset. I see things more directly, and I'm more self-aware and aware of my surroundings because of it. So I'm making the necessary changes and adjustments to go with it. You can't just change one thing and expect all things to fall into place. I've changed that and my eating habits and my regimen. I get up and I make these YouTube videos and I post them whether people watch them or not. Why? Because it's consistency, it's repetition, it's putting this energy that I used to put towards something negative that didn't serve me a purpose to something that does serve me a purpose. Information, awareness, getting people on to the true game and the true knowledge. And of course, you're gonna always have the demons and the haters and the motherfuckers in the background spewing gossip and shit like that, trying to build, trying to knock down what you're trying to build. But at the end of the day, it ain't gonna stop nothing what's supposed to happen. You catch my drift? As long as you stay on your goal and you stay doing what you're doing, the haters and all that shit is gonna become whispers, and pretty soon it's gonna get phased out into nothing because you done already built your empire. So whatever hate that they throw your way is just gonna be walked over. Tito 79.